Keanu Reeves' real-life story will break your heart and inspire you. Have you ever looked at a celebrity and wondered, what lies beneath the surface, behind the fame, the action scenes, the red carpets? Keanu Reeves, action star, cult hero, meme icon, is one of the most beloved yet mysterious figures in Hollywood. But who is Keanu Reeves, really? This is not just a story about movies. It's a journey through pain, persistence, humility, and quiet greatness. A journey that begins far away from the bright lights of Hollywood, in Beirut, Lebanon. Born on September 2, 1964, Keanu Charles Reeves entered the world under circumstances as complex as his future roles. His father was of Hawaiian, Chinese, English, and Irish descent. His mother, a British costume designer. The family life was unstable. When Keanu was just 3, his father abandoned them. It was the first of many goodbyes. He moved often in his early years from Beirut to Sydney, then New York, then Toronto. He struggled with dyslexia in school. He was an outsider, a quiet observer. But on the ice rink and on the stage, Keanu came alive. His dream wasn't always acting, it was hockey. As a teenager in Canada, he earned the nickname The Wall for his goalkeeping skills. He even dreamed of playing professionally, but an injury crushed those hopes. That disappointment, like many others, didn't break him. It redirected him. What came next? A career built not on luck, but on quiet endurance. Keanu's first big break came in 1986 with the film River's Edge, a dark indie drama. Hollywood began to take notice. Then came the late 80s, and a moment that would define his early image. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Keanu's portrayal of Ted Theodore Logana, goofy, time-traveling teen, made him a cultural phenomenon. But it also put him in a box. Everyone thought he was just a spaced-out surfer dude. No one imagined he would one day become John Wick. Despite the public image, Keanu pursued deeper roles. He worked with directors like Gus Van Sant in My Own Private Idaho, alongside River Phoenix. The film was raw, emotional, and deeply personal. As the 1990s unfolded, Keanu became an action hero. First with Point Break in 1991. Then with the explosive hit Speed in 1994. But even at his peak, he was different. He turned down sequels, walked away from big paychecks. In one instance, he gave away millions from his Matrix salary to support the film's special effects and costume teams. To him, it was about the work, not the fame. But while his career climbed, his personal life crumbled. In the late 1990s, Keanu faced a series of heartbreaking tragedies. His close friend and My Own Private Idaho co-star, River Phoenix, died of a drug overdose in 1993. Then came Jennifer Syme. They met at a party, fell in love, and were expecting a child. But in 1999, their daughter Ava was stillborn. The grief tore them apart. 18 months later, Jennifer died in a car crash. Keanu, known for his silence, became even more withdrawn. He kept working though. And in 1999, just months after losing his child, he took on a role that would immortalize him, Neo in The Matrix. The film was a revolution, visually, philosophically, and culturally. What is real? It asked. For Keanu, the question must have felt deeply personal. Behind the sunglasses and slow-motion kicks was a man still mourning, still searching. Yet he brought something to Neo that few actors could have: real vulnerability. He became a symbol, not just of rebellion, but of silent resilience. After the Matrix trilogy, Keanu's career slowed. Hollywood moved on. The blockbuster machine was looking for newer, louder heroes. But Keanu never chased trends. Instead, he pursued passion projects, films like A Scanner Darkly, The Lake House, and Street Kings. Some flopped, some quietly resonated. In 2014, a surprising new chapter began. A little action movie, modestly budgeted, quietly released. John Wick. No one expected it to explode, but it did, because it wasn't just another assassin movie. It was personal. The plot about a man mourning his wife, seeking vengeance after losing his dog, felt almost symbolic of Keanu's own losses, and audiences felt it. John Wick wasn't just about gun fu. It was about grief. Keanu trained rigorously. He performed many of his own stunts. He treated crew members with kindness. Stories spread of him riding the subway, giving up his seat, of him buying ice cream just to sign a receipt for a fan. The world started seeing what Hollywood often ignored. Keanu Reeves was a good man, and then came the memes. The sad Keanu bench photo went viral, but instead of mocking him, people related. Here was a man world famous, yet deeply human, humble, quiet, kind. He became the internet's boyfriend. And instead of resisting, he embraced it with gratitude, as John Wick became a franchise. Keanu leaned in not to celebrity, but to storytelling. Each sequel expanded the mythology, the choreography, the emotional depth. Outside of films, he explored new creative paths. He wrote a graphic novel, Berserk, Brutal, mythological tale about an immortal warrior who looks suspiciously like him. He also started a motorcycle company, Arch Motorcycles. Why? Because he loved bikes. It wasn't for money, it was for the ride. In interviews, he remained soft-spoken, never boastful, always thoughtful. When asked what happens when we die, he once said, "I know that the ones who love us will miss us." That quote went viral not for its complexity, but for its honesty. That's Keanu, not the loudest, not the flashiest, but always, real. Today, Keanu Reeves is more than a movie star. He's a reminder that kindness can exist in fame, that grief doesn't have to define you, that you can survive unimaginable pain, and still offer the world something beautiful. He's still acting, still training, still giving, and still, when asked if he's happy being called a legend, he'll shrug and smile awkwardly, because he didn't set out to be one. He just refused to stop in a world of noise. Keanu Reeves remains a quiet force, a reluctant legend, a man who has walked through fire, chose not to burn, but to shine. This was the untold journey of Keanu Reeves. Thank you for listening.